I'm Jennifer Currents. My divorce story started about 14 years ago now, and it really hit me like a ton of bricks. So I never in a million years imagined that I was gonna be getting divorced, and I didn't see it coming when it happened. And one day I woke up and I found myself in need of a divorce attorney. So I went to my friend who was a lawyer in Tampa, but not a divorce attorney, and he said, I don't know of anybody, but let me find out for you. Let me ask around. So he came back to me and he said, Jen, I have the perfect person for you. He has a reputation for being a bulldog. And I was like, okay, what exactly does that mean? Because sometimes we have a negative connotation of the word bulldog. You know, somebody who's, really going out for the jugular and fighting and being mean and nasty. And I knew that's not what I wanted, because it wasn't my intention to squeeze out every penny of my ex-husband or anything like that. I wanted to do what was best for me and our two children. And he said, no. Gary Dolgin has the reputation of being steadfast, of being an advocate for his clients, and not letting go until justice is served. So when I heard that, I knew that that's exactly what I needed, because in my marriage, I had been a stay-at-home mom for about 9 years, and I knew that I had lost a little bit of my touch. I'd lost a little bit of my fight, and I knew that I wouldn't stand up for myself, and I knew that I needed somebody to step in and do that for me, especially in my emotional state. And so when I heard that that was exactly what Gary would do for me, then I knew that he was the person. And I went through, we did a meet and greet, and our initial consultation, I guess is what it's called. And it was very obvious to me that he wasn't somebody who was going to just say what I wanted to hear, but he was going to tell me the truth, and he was going to stand up for me when I knew that I couldn't stand up for myself. So it took me about 2 years to get divorced. And in that time, we had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations, and some of those were mediations. So one of the things that I really appreciated about Gary was how he would walk me through the process. And we would go to mediations, and he would tell me about, okay, this is what's going to happen next, and here's what's probably going to happen, and this is probably what he's going to say. And my gosh, he was right almost every time. So it was so helpful and so calming to me to be able to hear from him and to be able to build that trust in him that, okay, he's got my back. And it really helped me make it through such an emotional time a little bit better, because I didn't have to worry as much about and be on guard and figure it all out for myself as much, because I knew that I had an expert there to really be that bulldog and steadfast and stick up for me when I knew I couldn't stick up for myself. So the other thing I appreciate about Gary is that he was able to connect me to some of his network within Tampa. And throughout the connections that he introduced me to, I was able to take those and run with them, and they really helped jumpstart me in my business, because I had to go back and get myself back into the work world again, because I was a stay-at-home mom for, gosh, I think it was about 9 years at this point. So it was great to be able to have that as a resource, and felt me feel valued and respected, because he felt enough about me and who I was, and to be able to connect me with people who would be able to help me, and really, in fact, did. And now I've been divorced longer than I was married, and that was kind of a hallmark moment for me. And being able to look back and see where I've been, because Gary was there to help me, and because he was there to, in ways that he probably doesn't realize, and I don't think I realized at the time, but bolster me up and give me the confidence to know that I can get through it. I ended up putting myself through an MBA, and I got my own business. I started my own business doing consulting and turned that into a leadership development business and coaching, and I do international speaking, and I teach at University of Tampa, which is my alma mater. So all of those things happened because I had that wonderful experience. I know that sounds weird to say because divorce is not a wonderful experience, but in this case, looking back at it now, 14 years later, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. And I am so grateful for everything that happened with me, that I was able to find this bulldog lawyer that could stand up for me at a time when I needed it most, and for that I will be ever grateful.
If you're looking for a divorce attorney in Tampa who will firmly advocate for your rights, Gary Dolgin can help you. To schedule a consultation with Gary Dolgin, board-certified expert in marital and family law with over 30 years of experience in divorce, give us a call at 813-999-2772.